understanding as I move class online. And so today we're going to be talking about food and identity and its connections. And we're going to continue to talk about this topic next week. I do want to mention that next week I will be going to San Diego State University to give a couple of talks. I was invited to talk about the future of food, just food, how to change the world one meal at a time. And so please keep an eye out for other emails letting you know about assignments and online work that we'll be doing to stay on track so we can be sure to cover all of the material that we need to throughout the semester. And so, class today, I just want to talk about, we'll be talking about how food and identity is deeply connected. And then we'll be discussing how not only does food and our foodways reinforce our individual identities, but they also are co constitutive in that they reinforce our culture as well. And due to this connection of foodways between individual identity and cultural identity, there's tension in the food literature, where some individuals or some scholars argue that food can be an excellent type of food diplomacy. We can go out into the world, we can have people try our cuisines, and this can help build bridges and heal rifts between various different cultures, especially cultures that are coming into conflict. However, Lisa Helke, a food scholar, is worried that not only is food a type of cultural diplomacy, but we could take advantage of other cultures, right? And we could culturally appropriate other food traditions, and that this is problematic. It has issues concerning power. And so we'll look at the Cook's Burrito case in Portland, Oregon, where individuals culturally appropriated or took recipes from a specific area of Mexico and touted those as their own. And so this caused a huge uproar. Many articles were written, and they ended up having to close down their store. And so we'll talk about how food and identity are connected, and then of course we'll be moving into these larger discussions concerning power and appropriation and identity. And so food and identity is a complicated affair. When we think of American food culture, we tend to think of all of these various different cuisines coming together and forming a melting pot, so to speak. We have different dishes, national dishes. We have fusion cuisines. We have regional cuisines, southern cuisines, for example, versus New England versus Pacific Northwest, etc. And so foods grow out of context and are reflected in of the various groups that inhabit a particular region and their history and their identities going forward. And so, what is American food culture to you? And what are foods that define your area where you grew up? And so, for Michael Pollan, America is a melting pot of many different cultures, each one bringing their own culinary traditions. And so, there's not just one American food culture, right? There are many American food cultures, and these are rich and deep and constantly changing and reflecting the makeup of the communities and the diversity of the areas within which we live. And so I want to leave you with a few thoughts. I have a 24-minute lecture, but I wanted to at least touch base with you to center our discussion in our current class discussions more generally. What foods are important to your family? How does what you eat speak about where you're from? And how does what you eat reflect who you want to be? These will be excellent discussion questions to engage with in the discussion forums. So thank you very much. And again, I apologize for moving the class online this week. As you can hear, my voice is not the best, but I'm hoping with honey and tea and rest that it will get better as soon when next we meet face to face. So I'll leave you with these questions to chew on, and I'm looking forward to the discussion ahead. Thank you.